Good evening, YouTube. Hardball Crazy comeback video. Remember me? I haven't done a video in a couple weeks. Been busy with work and I kind of got out of a habit of doing videos. So I do have some cards coming from a couple of card shows, some mail days, and some other whatnot. And I just have I've been accumulating cards, just haven't been making videos. So today's video will be the two cards I got in the mail today. It's basically a Willie and Wally mail day. To see the title of the video is perhaps the best player ever in Major League Baseball history to never even make it on a Hall of Fame ballot. I have a little theory why, but still the same point. I don't get it. But I want to talk about Wally first. Give you a think about who the Willie is. This is my picked up a Wally Shang 1922 W575-1. These are just like the American Caramels almost, but they're strip cards and they have the blank backs. Wally Shang, perhaps the first great Yankee catcher. He was the it was all first. It was the catcher on the Yankees' first World Series team in '23, and prior to that, he was the World Series champs in the A's and the Red Sox too. You probably have. He's got some decent Hall of Fame considerations, qualifications. Perhaps the best catcher in the American League pre Mickey Cochran. There's Ray Shawks in the Hall of Fame, but he is more defensive minded, and Shang was a good defensive player and good offensive player too. And another claim to fame with Shang, he's the first ever player to hit home runs with both sides of the plate in one game. This is Wally Shang, my Wally and Willie mail day. As for Willie, okay, this person has a career according to Baseball Reference, use them as a gauge. Career WAR of 60, career batting average of 279, 179 or so hits, over 1,000 RBIs, almost 400 stolen bases, 2,500 plus hits, two-time Gold Glove winner, two-time also an All-Star, and a World Series champion. I think each of those things. Yet all that time, he didn't make it in the Hall of Fame ballot. I'm not saying he's a Hall of Famer. I'm not saying he's how many votes he got. He didn't even get a chance to get one vote in the Hall of Fame. Who am I talking about? Willie Davis, Dodger outfielder. This is a '61 Bell brand potato chips. Got the stainings from the potato chip stains. They were inserted in chips. Got the Dodgers schedule 61 tops. This is rookie card. I picked that up a couple of year or so ago on ComC dirt cheap for like $2. And I got this Bell brand. I love this. I wanted this is my first Bell brand. Love the old looks like spring training photo. Got the old classic car in the background. But Willie Davis never even made it a Hall of Fame ballot. If you want to use Baseball References the WAR, I believe he's the highest WAR player, never even make it onto a ballot. I'm not saying he's a Hall of Famer, but at least he should have got a chance to be on a Hall of Fame ballot. You see all the names on the Hall of Fame ballot. He's like, really? Okay. His baseball career ended in 1979, so I believe that made him 1985. I believe he would have been on the ballot, and looking at the ballot that year, Bobby Tolan, Ed Kranepool, Roy White, top of my head, were some of the first ballot guys on there. And I think Willie Davis is better or as than any of those guys. Roy White with a good career, but did he have good career as Willie Davis? You could argue, but not being on the ballot is kind of ridiculous. But this is him. This is my cool Willie and Wally mail day. My theory is that perhaps why he's not on the ballot because he went is His career kind of ended in '76 in major leagues. He went to Japan for a couple years, and he came back in '79 as a cup of coffee in his final year. Maybe by the time '85 ran around, his Hall of Fame people really forgot about him, thinking he's, career ended kind of like a '76-ish or so in MLB. So maybe thought he's long gone and kind of forgotten about. That's kind of my theory why he was never even put on the ballot. Other than that, I'm not sure. And one other thought I was thinking with the Dodgers in the Hall of Fame, watching between this mail day and watching some of the Dodgers game last night with Mookie Betts, and I think he's on the Hall of Fame highway. He's got like a career WAR of 50 and an age of 29, 30 years. And I think he's going to, by the time he's done, he probably have a career WAR around 70. I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's consensus top 5 player in the league for a while. His stats have digressed since became a Dodger because he went from Fenway Park to Dodger Stadium, which got to me thinking. Hall of Fame Dodger hitters, LA Dodger hitters. If you take away Brooklyn Dodgers greats who end up playing in LA, say Gil Hodges, Pee Wee Reese, Duke Snider, I call them more Brooklyn Dodgers than LA Dodgers because they were established stars prior to that. And who's the LA Dodger hitters? If you take away the cup of coffee guys who play with the Dodgers, like Ricky Henderson and Eddie Murray, very, very briefly play with the Dodgers. What LA Dodger hitters are Hall of Famers? I only can think of one at the top of my head, Mike Piazza, which is kind of strange. In the 70 years now, really one Hall of Fame hitter in Dodger history is a Hall of Famer. Kind of weird. And Dodgers is always known as Dodger Stadium is always known as a pitcher's ballpark. Balls kind of don't fly very well there, and they have always great pitchers in the league, in the majors over the years. Koufax, Drysdale to Sutton to Fernando and Hershiser to now to we get to Kershaw and Buehler and now Urias. They're all great pitchers, but I always thought of before that Coors Field always had the Coors Field effect. Why come we never pay anything about pitchers in the pitchers' ballparks? Maybe I'm not taking anything away like those great pitchers, but maybe you may help out. Give the benefit of the doubt of some of the Dodger hitters and how better they may be better than they were. Like Willie Davis is maybe a better hitter than he actually was because he played so many years in Dodger Stadium. Maybe Steve Garvey and Ron Cey was actually better hitters, but their stats got suppressed by playing in Dodger Stadium. Just a random thought. Only having Mike Piazza is the only Dodger hitter Hall of Fame, LA Dodger hitter Hall of Famer is kind of shocking. I think Mookie Betts will get there. I like to see Mookie Betts. I think Corey Seager will be good case studies. What Betts continues to do with the Dodger stats wise, compared to what he did with the Red Sox and what Seager does in Texas. I believe that's kind of a pitcher's ballpark too, though. In his second year or third year, or whatever it is now. What his career is like post Dodger Stadium. But there's other players too, but Cody Bellinger and stuff like that. But just random thinking, Dodger hitters, pitchers park, and all that type of stuff. Anywho, just thinking out loud, rambling here. Willie and Wally, first great catcher in American League history, perhaps. Wally Shang, World Series champs with A's, Red Sox, and Yankees. And Willie Davis, perhaps the greatest player ever to never be on the Hall of Fame ballot. Cool cards in my mail day. Thank you for watching. I promise to make more videos more often. Have a good night.